Everybody is talking about manifesting these days, and that is a really good thing. We are moving into this beautiful 5D energetic upgrade in the collective consciousness. And remember, thoughts are things. I know that we all know that intellectually, but on an energetic level, we literally are bringing what we would like to be, do, have, and experience quite literally from one frequency down into the physical. From an Abraham Hicks perspective, it is about taking things out of the vortex. All timelines already exist. We live in a quantum field. Everything is connected. We definitely know the stuff. But if you have been doing the mindset work, the affirmations, the journaling, your vision boards, and you're still not seeing results, it is not that you are doing it wrong. It's just that your mindset work has not caught up with your evolution. Because when you grow, when you expand, when you lean in, when you tune in, when you get a sense and a feeling of what's going on with the nature of how we create at the vibrational level, the tools that you use to support your growth definitely, I'm not going to say that they need to align to, but for sure they need to evolve as you evolve. Think about the way that you have lived your life and learned new things and have grown and become. You know that it is an individual, soul, sovereign journey. It is unique to each and every one of us. And I think to a degree, not surprisingly, manifesting kind of works the same way. There are definitely universal laws, but then there are all the nuances around us to help us lean into an understanding and a vibration that deeply resonates with who we are. It is not an intellectual process. It is not 4D. It is an energetic process. It is definitely 5D. Welcome to Infinite You. I am Dr. Sheri. I am a spiritual psychologist, an abundance mindset mentor, a human potential catalyst, and I really, really love helping people align with who they are, lose their limits, get rid of that old programming, create that new way of being and becoming in a way that is unique to you, so you step into the role of using energy and mindset to become the powerful creator and co-creator that you are here in this amazing 3D reality, using 3D, 4D, and 5D, what I call multi-dimensional mindset. That is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome, welcome. And if this resonates with you, for sure, I would love a subscribe, a like, and definitely a comment. Let me know, like, how you're blocked, where you're blocked. I will comment, I will respond, and let you know how I can help you kind of up level, shift, and tune into a different level of who you are so you can really step in fully and become and create an amazing, magical, really cool life. Just remember that when you feel stuck, you might have an energetic block. And remember that whatever you are seeing in your current physical reality is just an amalgam and really kind of a tapestry, a mosaic of all of the energies that you are creating in terms of what you believe to be true about yourself, your reality, your potential, and what you are capable of imagining, creating, and receiving. So you might have a little bit of a block going on, but if you are ready to understand the multidimensional aspect of who you are, it might help you shift and move past and lose limits and old programming, create your own programming and beliefs that are aligned with the essence of your soul. That is what I'd like to talk about. Because remember, mindset work really is a fourth dimensional phenomenon. It's happening with your thoughts and your beliefs and your emotions, and they are very much a part of your intellectual energy, they are fourth dimensional, if I haven't mentioned that already. And for sure, they are connected to your energy bodies. You have an emotional energy body and you have a mental energy body. And our emotions as humans are an amazing thing because they are a tool that we can use to decide if we are in flow and aligned in the right way. Let me give you an example. Don't forget your physical body, even though it feels really, really physical and dense and in this physical three-dimensional reality, your heart, your nervous system, and your cells are tuned into the energetic aspect of the universe. In each of your 50 to 100 trillion cells, the energy in each and every one of those cells represents an entire universe. What is going on in your body is definitely a mirror of what's going on in your consciousness, in the universe, and in all that is. And the beautiful thing about you being connected to your body is that your body will definitely tell you through that relationship between thoughts and feelings and emotions to guide you into a better way of thinking and believing about something. And so I don't want to sound totally abstract here, but if you are thinking a thought, if you have a belief, if something pops into your head and you think a thought and it makes you feel absolutely anxious or fearful or terrible in one way, shape, or form, that is your body's way to let you know that that is the thought you should not be thinking. It is not aligned with you. So that's how you can use your thought, belief, programming, emotional reaction, feeling reaction to something, working with your body to honor that your body definitely is always connected and definitely always knows. And that really beautiful, amazing feedback system we have. For sure, you feel it in your solar plexus, you feel it in your gut. That is definitely why it is called a gut feeling. So, if you feel crappy about something that you're thinking, move to a different thought or belief. And when you get that relief, tune into that particular thought or feeling and go down that particular path. Old mindset, for sure, how could I say this, definitely operates in that 4D space, but it is absolutely not obsolete. It's really more about integrating 3D, the physical reality, with that intellectual mental energy of 4D, and then bringing in that 5D higher aspect of who you are. So you're really tuning in at every level all the time if you want to feel more balance, efficiency, higher vibes, a better sense of your own personal self awareness and how you observe and discern. My suggestion would be definitely be aware of all of the dimensions that make you you. It is a process of refinement and it is a process of integration, of observation, and of discernment. So kind of bear that in mind. I don't necessarily want to talk about 3D, 4D, and 5D, as separate compartmentalized constructs, but I do want to break it down in that way for a moment. If you are really in that 3D space, you are creating in that physical aspect of who you are in the physical world. And in 4D, you are the thinker, you are the reflector. And in 5D, you are an energetic being. And then for sure, integrate all three for the most amazing, powerful, wise, observant, evolved, multidimensional being that you are. It's really about going back to getting out of that space of mental discipline and into the space of energetic alignment. And that could be the energetic block that you're facing. It's not really about, continuing to reflect and think and reflect and think and getting in that loop of, excuse me, over analyzing and overthinking, right? That loop has its own energy involved, and it is not going to lead you down a path of becoming an amazing attraction magnet that you are. For sure, relax into the knowing that you are always connected. Relax into the knowing that you are here to create, that abundance is your divine right. And I do want to say this before I give you a couple of 3 points that I want to make to kind of help you in this process. When I was diagnosed with an autoimmune deficiency, I went into deep diving healing mode. I've spent the majority of my time and energy in self compassion, self love, non judgment, healing, talking to my body, bringing in that energetic aspect, understanding that I can shift what I was experiencing my body using my thoughts, but then taking it to a different level in that 5D of like imagining myself in my body healed and feeling really freaking good. And so remember, what you focus on is what you end up creating. And so abundance comes in many different shapes and forms. We all know, right? Money is amazing, love is amazing, health is amazing, having flow or freedom is amazing, and joy, and all of the things that we humans each want to experience in a really beautiful, lovely way. It is different for all of us. So begin to think about what you're focusing your energy on, in that sense that you're creating a specific kind of abundance that what you want right here, right now, and collapse that timeline. It is not a future event. Collapse that timeline in a really powerful way and know that it can be yours right now, right here in an instant. So here are the 3 powerful shifts you can make right now. Focus on energy, focus on vibration, get into that higher vibe of gratitude and of love and of trust. Trust life. It is a frequency. It is about flow. It is about joy. Tune into your heart and out of your head, and stop for sure trying to think better thoughts and ask yourself, what energy am I radiating right here, right now? When your frequency shifts, the universe responds. So, think about frequency coming first and then allow your thoughts to follow. I think I wanted to say one more thing about this. Think about think about what makes you happy. Think about the frequency of joy and happiness. Think about what you want to feel in your heart as you look around you in your life. Lean into that frequency, because when you lean into that feeling of happiness, everything will begin to flow in a different way. And I would love for you all to comment on that and the work that you're doing in order to manifest whatever you want to see, be, do, have, and experience. So, shift number 1, tune into that energy, tune into that frequency. Shift number 2, tune into your quantum self. Your next level self already exists in the quantum field. She or he is not far away. It is just a little bit of a shift in vibration, a little bit of a shift in frequency. And when you align with the energy of who you are at that level, you will notice your results are shifting and changing and sometimes accelerating in a really cool way. And as I'm talking about this, I'm thinking like, if I were already that version of me, what would I believe today? What would I be doing today? How would I be talking today? What would be shifting? What would be shifting for you to get into that space right here, right now? And I want to say this too, and it'll probably lead very nicely into my last point. Let go of judgment. There is so much energy in judgment, really like lower vibes that don't allow us to feel good, that position each and every one of us to sort of be in this critical self-deprecating space of being, and that is just not a good vibe. It is just not. There is no need for judgment, self-judgment, self-deprecation, listening to the judgment of others, and then putting judgment on others, as you're going through your own stuff, right? Imagine, we all know as human beings, if we're feeling crappy, it's super easy to project out onto others all the ways that we can judge somebody else so we're not having to deal with our own crap. So just kind of keep that in mind too. Get get really good at being a keen observer of your thoughts, and then decide which ones really are like a lower vibration, a lower frequency that you can get rid of so you can get back into that joyful heart, that higher vibration of love, of feeling great about who you are and your life. Lean in, relax, and let that abundance come to you. Allow yourself to relax and receive. And number three, create from alignment, not anxiety. I talked about this with emotions. If you're feeling something that makes you feel anxious or not enough or fearful or any other lower vibe emotion that we humans can experience, remember that is your multi-dimensional connection with all that is, that beautiful feedback loop to remind you to think about yourself, your situation, and the way that you are perceiving yourself in your reality, like in a new and different and empowered way. If your gut is giving you that low vibe feeling, it's time to change the way that you are thinking about things and perceiving things and yourself. Remember, you cannot manifest what you are not aligned with. So before you act on anything, before you get into a space of a lower vibration, just pause, take a deep breath, tune in, and move from that place of chaos into clarity. You don't need more effort. It's really all about energetic alignment. So remember, you are always evolving, you are always expanding, your soul is always wise, always eternal. This life is really cool. You picked to be here this time around in this incredible 5D energetic upgrade for human consciousness. And the work that got you here, it might not be what gets you to your next level, your next evolution, your next epiphany and waking moment. You are not meant here to stay in these over analyzing, overthinking, possibly self deprecating thought loops. You are here to create from alignment, from presence in this moment. It is all we have to create from soul. So it's time, of course, to stop forcing, to start flowing. And if this resonated, I would love a subscribe. I would love a like. And remember, this is where multidimensional mindset, energy mastery, and soul aligned creation come together. And if you are ready to shift out of the loops and onto your next level, I invite you to subscribe to my free newsletter, and I have a really cool new free gift coming out sometime this week. I'm making this video on April 6th, so sometime this week, and it is free, and I will put it in the description box in my next video. But for now, for sure, I would love for you to subscribe to that newsletter where you can get other cool stuff about releasing, letting go of limits, stepping into your potential, tuning into your infinite self, and becoming a really cool expression of the universe coming through you in this lifetime. I will see you next time. Namaste.